Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Here with Wes. He wanted to say hi. I hope that you're doing good and that you had a good spring break. First of all, I wanted you to notice that it's a Monday. It's not a Wednesday. Our usual updates have been happening on Wednesdays, but that's going to change. And from now on, I'm going to be posting updates on Mondays. Before break, we were working under the assumption that we would be coming back to school somewhere around either mid-April or end of April. And now we know that that is not going to happen, sadly, and that we will be out for the rest of the year, which is going to have some challenges, I'm sure. I'm sure it will not always be easy, but we're going to make the best of it. And I am here for you. If you have any questions, you can email, you can send me a message through Schoology. But I really do miss seeing you, and I wish that we were at school. But we're going to get through this together. To me, the most important thing is your health and safety. So just know that I'm thinking of you and that I hope everything is good at your house. And Wes agrees. Okay. So now that we know that we are going to be out for the remainder of the year, things are going to be a little bit different. And next week, you are going to want to pay close attention because that's when we will have more information about what the rest of the year will look like for your academics. But for right now, I can tell you at least this. Instead of simply just reviewing old stuff or continuing to work on the story like we had been, starting next week, we are allowed to move forward with new material. So we are going to be we're going to wrap up our short story next week, and then we're going to be moving forward. So if you hadn't been really paying attention about what was going on or checking Schoology regularly up until this point, now is when you want to really start doing that. But let's talk about this week. So this week you are working on the same stuff that you did before spring break, that same week. So let's go into that folder called While We Are Out. And then you can go into the folder, the subfolder for this week. Click on that. My computer is a little slow here, my Chromebook. And then there's a link with updated options for instructions. And this one has the newer option of the pre-assessment. While this is loading, I've gotten a lot of questions about, is this really optional or do we have to do it? It is technically optional. Everything has been. It doesn't impact your grade. But with that in mind, I was really hoping that as many students would do this as possible because it helps me to understand where you currently stand with your understanding of argument writing. So that way I can help you better as we start to move forward. So here's that document, and I'm just going to scroll through here. Your options are for reading. You can be pleasure reading. You can read current articles. You can respond to discussion questions, but I didn't do that last week because instead I added the part on the right, which the new option was that argumentative pre-assessment. So you can continue to work on your short story. I'll have more information about how we're going to wrap that up next week. You can journal, or you could do this argumentative pre-assessment. And if you are planning on doing the argumentative pre-assessment, then there are instructions below. Now, some students let me know that the place where you're supposed to submit it on Schoology, the pre-assessment, is not really working. And if you run into that problem, don't worry about it. Just email it to me. So the link that I'm talking about was this one that looks like a box made out of 4 rulers or a square made out of 4 rulers. Sounds like that may not be working. If not, just email it to me. So I think that's about it. I hope that you're doing good. If you need anything or have any questions, let me know. I would love to hear from you. So even if you want to just send me an email, that would be great too. But until then, take care.
Bye.
Bye.